With me is Pedro Vidal, the CRO of Floki. So great to have you here and
Great to be.
to learn about Floki. How are things going with Floki? Describe what this is, how things are going, if there's any update.
Oh, absolutely. Well, things are going very well, and Floki is a community-run blockchain project that's available on the ETH and BSC chain. And we've been around since 2021. And what we've decided to do was build an entire vibrant ecosystem that could provide users, whether it's their first day in crypto or they're a seasoned vet, with different opportunities to either learn more about crypto via our University of Floki or some of our DeFi protocols. And of course, our recently launched Valhalla blockchain game. So we're trying to leave blockchain better than we found it.
Okay, well, I was just going to ask about Valhalla. So explain what that is. And there's a tournament, right? An upcoming tournament?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, absolutely. So, one of the things that it was important for us at Floki was we wanted to fix some of the problems that were plaguing blockchain gaming, and in order to do that, we wanted to set the tone and an example. We developed Valhalla, so we've been able to fix some of the problems in terms of a lack of robust play-to-earn mechanics and a sustainable treasury. And by mitigating that, we've been able to design and create an entire metaverse, and it's a play-to-earn game. So you're able to play the game, and there's several value propositions, and it's been out since the end of June, and it's going very well thus far, and it's very exciting. So in order to give back to the community and true to form, being play to earn, our first tournament is actually going to be coming out probably right after this program, and it's $150,000, and to the victor go to the spoils. First place is 50,000, and then it goes down from there.
How can somebody find out about
Yeah.
that game?
Oh, well, you can go to our socials on Floki.com or directly to Valhalla.game and learn a little bit more about what we're doing in the blockchain space.
Okay. And how to sign up for the game and all.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, we wanted to make sure that it was easy. I think that one of the problems we've had in crypto is like a branding problem, right? That folks think it's either too difficult to get in and they don't know where to get their information. We wanted to streamline that, right? So everything that we do, it has to be easy for individuals to digest that information, to be able to participate in the process, and then obviously to be able to gain and expand on their knowledge base.
Okay. Yeah. Good idea. Because I do think a lot of people, it's very mysterious.
Correct.
There's it. So what's next for Floki?
Well, many of things, right? There's rumbles of Floki ETP that we've been working on, so we're very, very excited about that. And I think that in order to really set the stage and showing what a project that's born in the meme space can do when they're focused on hyper utility, is to be able to have all these advanced financial instruments that are available around the world. And I think that Floki ETP is just a natural evolution outside of everything else that we're doing, because many projects say that they're an ecosystem, but usually it's not true to the definition, right? Like for us, we're in GameFi, we're in DeFi, and then now we're obviously very active in the RWA and tokenization space. While many are talking about it, we're actually active participants.
I want to ask you a little bit more about that in a second.
Oh, okay.
So what is TokenFi?
So TokenFi is a crypto and RWA tokenization platform. So you can create your own project, you could tokenize any type of real world asset that you would like, and we wanted to make it easy for individuals to be able to do so. And as you mentioned, sometimes people get lost in the weeds of how they can participate in blockchain. We wanted to completely eliminate any impediments for people to participate. So with the TokenFi platform, it's an all-in-one stop shop. You don't need any developer experience. You don't need any coding experience. All you need to do is utilize our user interface and be able to decide what you would like to tokenize, get all that information out, and you're good to go. If you could order a pizza, then you could use our platform. And TokenFi does many things. You can create your own token, you could launch your own token, you could seed funding, you could be connected with market makers, and then of course we could now transition to some of the updates which we might be able to talk about. But we're very, very happy with it, and the idea is to be able to have folks transition from Web 2 to Web 3 using our platform.
Well, okay, so expand on that a little bit. How does
Sure.
that work? How do you use it for the transition?
Sure. So, when you have companies that have functioned in the traditional, Web2 space, sometimes they don't understand, okay, well, what chain should I use? How can I launch a token that represents our company, that could retain the values and our mission, but be represented in the blockchain space? So TokenFi is an incredible vessel to be able to do that, where you could bring to market what your company or what your project is, be able to seed funding and launch on our platform. So it's very, very simple to do, right? You just need to know what you want, right? And the information that you want to represent. But our platform is designed to be that vehicle so that you can get from point A to point B.
Now, how do you keep the community members engaged interested, participating in the growth of the company?
Well, one of the things is you want to make sure that the community has actual power, right? So we're governed as a DAO, which is a decentralized autonomous organization. So whenever you have a proposal that's really important, we bring it to the community where they could vote. So the ultimate principles of democracy take true, and the community could decide to pass a proposal or not. So I think that's one way where there's active participation. Secondly, you need to have continuous improvements to your ecosystem. For example, in TokenFi, we just launched Nimbus, and Nimbus is an extension of what we offer in TokenFi. So now you can have airdrops to hundreds of thousands of wallets done with one transaction and a batch transaction, as opposed to doing one individual transaction. So we give the community what they ask for: innovation. And outside of that, we need to have all these activities that we do. For example, the Valhalla tournament that I mentioned, with the prize pool of 150,000, that's one way that the community can stay engaged. But we also have all these other tournaments and competitions, like our Floki Ultras 3.0, which is essentially, it's a play on words of guerrilla marketing. So with a $69,000 prize pool, where anyone in the community can do a campaign on why Floki, Valhalla, our ecosystem is important, and they could participate. Outside of that, there's weekly discussions where anyone in the community can come on board and ask a question, and then we'll be there to answer.
Yeah. Now you mentioned real world assets, RWAs. I've been just seeing more and more about that, and more exchanges are going into it and things like that. I mean, where does that stand? What are some of the really like first use cases for RWAs?
Well, they've been around for a while, actually, and what you've seen, and anyone from the audience that'll be viewing this program will be able to do a quick Google search and see, for example, pick any industry, art, right? There's been already successful collections that have been sold via fractionalized ownership, and it's just an incredible vessel for individuals to be able to get additional capital in for what they want to be able to tokenize. So it's rather simple to actually tokenize something, and while you're hearing, the titans of the industry like BlackRock talking about it, is because it is the evolution of our markets and of the financial instruments. And sometimes people miss the forest for the trees because they don't understand that essentially it's just simplifying the financial instruments that people can utilize to diversify investments, but also to be able to draw upon capital that may have had a little bit more friction in the past.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've always felt like that was one of the most promising use cases of blockchain, like tokenize real
Correct.
estate. And that way, somebody, if they don't have $3 million, can participate in a growth of some, kind of up and coming building or whatever.
No, no, correct. And
Yeah.
and it's gonna change for example, for families now, and that that have little kids, and usually, like grandparents would give, maybe like $100 or $50 in a birthday
A little
cost.
share or some.
Now the things are gonna start changing. Imagine if they do like a Burj Khalifa 2.0, right? And it's tokenized, you're gonna actually be able to provide somebody a little piece of ownership on a massive building.
Oh, that's
And
super cool.
yeah, and the future really is today. So it's incumbent upon, folks like yourself that are making incredible content,
Yeah.
that the education is out there so people could really understand that you don't need to wait to get involved. The time to really expand your knowledge on this is now.
Yeah. How does somebody even get involved with that? Do you have to go through like a brokerage firm or something? Or
Well, it depends on where you are, really. When you want to work with our tokenization protocol, it's available like right now,
okay,
right?
in the US?
Yeah, you
Okay.
go to tokenfi.com. You can follow us on our socials, via floki.com, and you can get more information on there. We wanted to provide the instrument for you to be able to do so. Depending on where you live, there's certain like jurisdictional or regional, restrictions depending on what you want to tokenize, whether it's an equity or whatnot. But the future is looking really bright, and I can't wait to see what tomorrow holds for us.
So interesting. And then finally, just your thoughts on crypto. It's been, quite a year. We've seen Ethereum get very exciting.
Absolutely.
Bitcoin is still near record highs, back down a little, but still there. What do you think?
Well, I think that you're gonna, witness, pullbacks in some of your favorite assets, whatever it may be. But I think what folks need to understand is to, like, read between the lines, right? And outside of your favorite content creator or financial pundit that you may see, look at what the big institutions are doing, right? When you see how it when the first Bitcoin ETF, right, was approved, and you were see like the Larry Fink give his first interviews. He was excited about the Bitcoin ETF, but he mentioned it was a stepping stone towards tokenization. And I think we should very pause
remember that, yeah.
and understand how powerful those words are. And I think outside of that, we're going to start seeing all these companies, for example, Gemini, right, that has the exchange. Now they have the Gemini credit card. And with that credit card, the points that you get are in your favorite crypto, as opposed to what you would see in other traditional credit card companies. So we're trying to see the paradigm shift on what's available to regular retail users. And I don't think it's going anywhere. I think the competition will be quite intense. We just need to be prepared. And as somebody who would like to invest in crypto, now really, the fortunes are shining on us all. We just need to be informed.
Yeah. Well, Pedro, thank you so much for your insights.
Pleasure, Anna. Thank you.